Hi, I'm Brenda Jane Foley, she, her pronouns. I'm the producing artistic director at the Bridge Initiative in Tempe, Arizona, and we are working with Maybe Stewart on a brand new piece we cannot wait to share with you. I'd like to introduce you to my collaborators.
Hi there, my name is Laura Land Porter. My pronouns are she, her. I'm the literary manager of the Bridge Initiative, and I'm working on this piece in a dramaturgical capacity.
I'm Maybe Stewart, they, them pronouns, and I'm the playwright and one of the performers of this project. I've selected a piece from a reading that we did just earlier this week for you that goes into really the reason that this work is important and the reason I wanted to put this story out. So it features a friend of mine from my real life who I've named Adam in this piece to protect the safety of that person. They're a trans person who went missing for 35 days, which you'll see in this clip. They were my roommate at the time. And it really just digs into a lot of the themes that this full piece covers, as well as gets to the heart of a lot of things very quickly and the reason that it's important to be out in the world. But the full piece itself is a 3-act show, which this was a reading of just the first act that we were able to do. And it focuses a lot on movement and incorporating on-the-spot devising into the full production so that we are able to tell not only my story, but important stories that are brought to us from the audience.
I got a call from a friend back in Portland. God, it's been a hell of a day. Okay, so I got this call that my best friend from high school OD'd last night. They didn't make it, and I had to tell their parents. And it's been, yeah.
Holy shit. I'm so sorry. Are you okay?
Honestly, I don't really know. I'm still just really numb right now. But Lynn is going to take me out to Portland tomorrow for the funeral. She has family out there, so she's using it as an excuse to go spend a few weeks with them. I'm going to stay for a week, spend some time with friends out there, and then I'll loop down to California to see Mom, since she probably won't make it till Christmas. Then I'll take a Greyhound back. I'll still pay rent and everything. I just wanted you to know what was up.
Thanks for letting me know. If there's anything I can do to help, just ask, okay? I know you have people, but I'm here for you too.
Yes, I know. Thank you.
Lights fade low as Adam and Maybe stand, wave, and walk away from one another. Lights up in isolation on Maybe downstage right and Adam downstage left, looking at their phones. A text bubble sounds before each of Maybe and Adam's lines. Ensemble speaks from offstage. Day 1, May 17th.
Hey, how is everything? Did you get there safe?
Hey, yeah, you're safe. Funeral was beautiful. Celebrating for a few days on the beach like he would have wanted.
Good. I'm glad you're with good people.
Yeah, me too.
Time passes.
Hey, I'm headed to California today. Should be there sometime tomorrow. Probably won't have much cell service, but I'll let you know when I get there safely.
Sounds good. How are you?
Hanging in. Gotta save phone battery.
Time passes. Day 8.
A transgender woman who was attacked in Dallas last month has been found dead, May 19th, 2019. Malaysia Booker spoke at a rally in Dallas last month after she was attacked in a parking lot. On Saturday, she was found dead. At a news conference, Major Vincent Weddington said that officers found Miss Booker shortly before 7 a.m. on Saturday, lying face down in the street, deceased from homicidal violence.
Hey, just checking in. Did you get to your mom safely?
Malaysia had a heart of gold. She didn't want to experience all of this tragic stuff, but she wanted everyone to pay attention to the injustice.
Time passes. Day 9.
Third Black transgender woman killed by gun violence in a week shows alarming trend. In the early hours of Sunday, May 19th, Michelle Tamika Washington, 40, a longtime advocate for the transgender community, died after being shot several times at the Franklinville neighborhood of North Philadelphia.
Yeah, super shitty cell service out here. I'm safe. Probably won't be able to respond much until I'm headed back.
All right, stay safe.
Anytime I get those phone calls and text messages about trans death, it's extremely hard, but even more so when you realize it's someone you've been friends with for 20 years. Your memory will live and light will shine through us.
Time passes.
Hey, waiting to get on my bus. Phone is almost dead, might not make it the whole way. I should be there within 24 to 48 hours, depending on how many times the bus breaks down.
No worries. In case you can't get a hold of me, I put your key under the mat.
Day 15.
A 19-year-old man from Detroit has been charged with killing 2 gay men and a transgender woman in an attack prosecutors say was motivated by their LGBT+ identity. He is facing 3 counts of first-degree murder in the shooting of Alunti Davis, 21, Paris Cameron, 20, and Timothy Blanchard, 20. Davis and Blanchard were gay men. Cameron was a trans woman. Prosecutors say that 2 more people were injured in the May 25th shooting, but survived their injuries.
Hey, hoping you're safe. Just wanted to check in, but I know your phone is probably dead.
This case illustrates the mortal danger faced by members of Detroit's LGBTQ community, including transgender women. Fair Michigan President Alana McGuire told the Detroit Press.
Day 16.
How go the travels?
Time passes.
Adam, you okay?
Day 17.
Adam?
Blackout. Adam gasps and looks up in fear, his face still lit by the phone beneath. The phone goes dark. In the blackout, a frenzy slowly builds.
Day 18.
It's been 4 days since I've heard from him.
Day 19.
He should be here by now.
It's been 5 days since I've heard.
Did something happen to him?
Day 20.
I hope he's okay.
It's been 6 days since.
What if he's hurt?
Day 21.
Why isn't he here yet?
It's
Did
been
something
7
happen?
days.
Day 22.
It's been 8 days.
Why isn't he back?
Another black trans woman has been killed in Dallas June 1st, 2019. Police say the body of Chanel Lindsay was found Saturday in Dallas with obvious signs of homicidal violence, according to police.
It's devastating. This was a person that I had never seen mad. I just can't see anyone hurting her.
What if he's
Day
hurt?
24.
It's been 10 days.
Day 26.
It's been 12 days.
A black trans woman was killed after she went to confront someone from Facebook, June 5th. Chanel Skurlock, 23, was found just after midnight when Robeson County Sheriff's Office deputies arrived after receiving reports of gunfire in the area. She had been shot. The police, local media, and Skurlock's mother identified her as a gay man, misgendered her, shared pictures of her presenting as male, and dead-named her in media reports.
You lived your life as you wanted. I'm proud of you for being unapologetically correct about your feelings and expectations of you.
Day 32.
It's been
What if he's
18
hurt?
days.
Day 33.
It's been 19 days.
What if something's happened?
What if something happened?
Day 34.
What if he's hurt?
Hurt.
Police identified transgender woman found slain in D.C. suburb, June 18.
18.
Zoe Spears didn't want to go back to Eastern Avenue.
I don't want to die, Miss Bud.
Erlene Budd recalled Spears telling her about the fear she had of returning to her apartment on the street straddling the district in Maryland.
I don't want to go back home.
Spears said she had witnessed her friend Ashanti Carmen's killing in March, according to Budd, and was afraid that returning to where the fatal shooting occurred would lead her to the same end. On Thursday, Spears was found dead in the street, gunned down just blocks away from the scene of Carmen's slaying.
Day 35.
Day 35.
35.
What if he?
What if
What
he?
if he's...
A text tone cuts them off. Lights slowly fade up on Adam, standing alone.
Was lucky. Very lucky, but lucky nonetheless. The day I went missing, I was kicked off my Greyhound with nothing but my dead cell phone because a handful of passengers took offense at my existence and the driver claimed I was aggravating them. I didn't even know exactly where we were. I had no choice but to hitchhike my way back toward my mother in California until I finally found somebody who let me use their phone to call her. She sent someone to pick me up. Got back to her place, I ran into my ex-fiance. We were together before I came out as trans, and things didn't end well. The interaction is still a blur. Hurtful things were said, but honestly, I still don't remember most of it. Woke up in the hospital and was told I had attempted suicide. I remained hospitalized with no access to a phone until 21 days after I told maybe I would be home.
Maybe enters and they hug.
Recovered, albeit slowly, and got the help I needed. Today, I'm about as safe as any trans person living below the poverty line can be in this country, which is to say, not very.
Because most of this piece is created around the idea of being in the same room, sharing these stories, and using movement to portray those things that would be too traumatic to put on stage themselves, or impossible because they're so internal. It's really not possible to create the impact that this piece was created to make, or even get to that point of creating it, because we can't be in the rehearsal room together safely.
Absolutely. I think that is the bad thing.
Yeah.
I do think that there is some benefit that we gained because we had to dissect this piece, which is intended to be so movement-based, and we had to dissect it in the text-based side of things. So I think that we've learned some things that we definitely didn't anticipate learning.
You know, and the thing, I was kind of thinking about that question quite broadly, just in terms of my own practice. And I think I'm not alone. A lot of us have a lot of different creative practices. We wear a lot of hats. We do a lot of different things. And for me, I just, you know, in order to navigate the existential rage and despair on a basically daily basis, it was important to me to just find what is the thing that feels like it flows without any effort. And for me, that just happened to be music. It might have been something else. And so for me, it was like, I urgently needed to find a way to get this creative expression. And I think with a piece like JustBe, it also allows us to really kind of dig in and reflect, like, okay, so let's look at what are the essential aspects of this. Let's put it into an incubator. Let's really take the time that, ironically, this pandemic has actually given to us is time, a lot of that.
A lot of time.
For any of us as creatives, I know that I'm asking myself, well, is that one project that I was working on really that important? Or are these other projects that I'm working on actually way more essential right now because they're talking about collective grief, or they're talking about, you know, what's going on in the world that is a giant dumpster fire that we need to try to get out of without dying, I mean, basically.
So I guess all of that to say, like, art is more important than ever right now, because if the first thing to get tossed out the window is our humanity, but our first reaction to being locked inside is to watch whatever media we have available to us, finding the media that will hook us back into that humanity and click us back into our empathy and bring us back to that space of being empathetic towards other people and caring about other people, even if it's fictional storylines, is so important right now.
And if we're in this for the next 3 years, it's going to keep evolving. But regardless, I think it's important.
Yeah, the other thing I think is absolutely essential right now, and I still don't know how to do it. I keep trying. It seems super abundantly clear that we absolutely cannot rely on official structures to provide the support networks that we actually really need as artists and creatives in general. So I'm like telling myself and trying to just put the call out. We've got to find better ways to create structures of support for each other in our local communities. I think that's the only way we're going to actually be able to withstand whatever the next crisis is that comes down the pipeline.